Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Destination X training. If you guys would go ahead and drop in the comments what your points are, how many unique accounts you have, and all the good things. And woo, we got a promo today. Don't you love that? That helped right there in the middle of the month. That was sweet and love it, love it, love it. So I am really, really excited tonight. And this girl been ready for weeks because we got the dates kind of screwed up and she thought she was training like 4 weeks ago. So she's had her training ready and I cannot wait to hear it. She has been on a couple of the Destination X trips, and I got to meet her this last time. She's precious, and kind of cornered her and said, "Girl, you got to come and give us your point of view, and tell us how you earned it and why you want to earn it, and the whole overview of it." And I just told her to train what was on her heart. So, you guys give some love in these comments for Ashley Stockdall. Is it Stockdall? Is that how you say it? Your
You're the
last name?
first
Yes, Stockdall.
person. You're the first person to ever say it correctly. So thank you.
What? Well, after I said it, I was like, okay, so
Nope.
yay, I
That's
did it.
that's
Okay.
right.
Well, okay, so as many words as I cannot pronounce, I want somebody to write this down that I actually pronounced it right. Can we not? Okay.
That's funny. That's funny. Well, I was wondering if a lot of your people weren't on because they didn't know who I was. So I would totally wouldn't blame them for that. But yeah, that was the first one I had met you on. I have been on two and I'm one account away from this next one. I am like, come on. It's almost like the last account is like, why is this the hardest one? So yeah, I'm like one account and I think like 15 points or something away. So that's super exciting. So we'll be at that next one too. But just a little about me. I'm 34 and I've got two kids like I was saying in the beginning. I have a almost 4-year old and almost 1-year old. And both their birthdays are 2 days apart, July 4th and July 2nd. So that's a lot of fun. And and I got started about 4 years ago, but like not for the business piece. I had dabbled in like network marketing a couple times. And when I say dabbled, that's what I mean. And I'm sure you guys know that there's people that will come into your organization that dabble because they don't like, they're not in it. There's something doesn't align sometimes, maybe, or they're just not ready. It's a timing thing. So those two companies just weren't for me. This one obviously was. But I got into it because postpartum depression had smacked me in the face really bad. And I didn't think that I would be a victim of that. I thought I had it all together. And then I had my first kid, and whoa, that shook me. So I got in it for the products. I saw results in 3 days. I was telling people that followed me already and my family and friends. And all of a sudden, I'm making money 72 hours after sending out the first link. So I was hooked. But fast forward, like she said, I've earned these trips and I'm building a team, but I am excited to just share my input on the social media piece. So, like, how many of you love the social media piece, or are you feeling savvy, or like you get it? Like, anybody want to chime in, or thumbs up or thumbs down? It's tricky, but as you're learning from Sarah, huh?
Oh,
Huh?
but I think that's what struggle.
Well, I was actually talking to someone from a sister line. I'm sure you guys, I mean, no, I know you guys know Lori. It's someone from Lori's team. And she is, I think, in her 50s, I think she said. And that was something she's like, I don't even know how to show up on social media. And I'm like, don't feel bad. This is something that honestly, I feel like that's a lot of where we're going. If you guys haven't realized, Sarah is here. Thank the Lord for Sarah. And she's just been sharing a lot of insight on like what she's done and what's successful. And so I like soak that all up and I apply that to what I'm already doing. And so tonight I'm just going to be talking about magnetic marketing. So basically like being authentic, we already know to do that, but bringing people to you instead of you feeling like you have to go and fish for people. And I think that's what will make your experience with social media so much more like you can take a deep breath because you're just being you and you're just making this simple. You want people to get to know you. You want to bring the people that are like you, right? You want them on your team. People that you resonate with. So anyway, I'm just going to touch on some things and just some easy ways that you can start implementing things into your social media, and you can do this on a daily basis because it's not too much and it's not overwhelming. You get to be creative with it. And that's what I love about doing this is I am I'm getting to be creative. I'm like more so now than I ever have. I'm just telling my story. People are so interested in your story, you guys. I mean, they really are, whether you think so or not. And so just telling your story every day. Anyway, people don't buy um, the products, they buy you. You hear that all the time. Like they want to join you. They obviously love hearing what the products do for you and all of that. But at the end of the day, it's you that they're watching, it's you that they're going to want to join. And so the energy that you put out there is super important. So if you're not showing excitement, if you're not talking every day about how great you're feeling or, you know, or how great somebody that you helped is feeling or something, people aren't going to buy it. Like if you're not excited about it, they're not going to be excited. So, and you guys know too, network marketing, it's a communications thing. We communicate, we talk, we connect, you know, you have to be in conversations, but they don't have to be robotic. Like I'm kind of bouncing back and forth because I'm so excited about talking about this stuff because I just feel like so many people on my own team run into this. But like when you're in conversations, I have a question. When you're in conversations, or like let's say you do your reach out to like a prospect or someone new, do you feel like you're going off of a script or do you feel like you can just naturally get in and talk? Does anybody feel like you can just naturally like jump in, or do you feel like you have to say a certain thing? You can thumbs up if you think you have to say a certain thing. Thumbs down if yes, no, yes, or nod. Thumbs. Okay, so I'm only saying that because I run into people that I chat with on my team that kind of almost get, I don't know if shy is the word or just like uncertain of what to say because they don't want to say the wrong thing. But again, this goes back to like if you're being you, you can't say the wrong thing to the right people. We've heard that plenty of times. But also if you're being you, you're never going to say anything wrong, right? So anyway, I'm bouncing around. So magnetic versus mechanical. That's what I was getting at is mechanical and magnetic, those are energy, the type of energy you're putting out. So you want to shift that. If you've been magnetic, or I mean, sorry, if you've been mechanical for so long, start to just become like just start being you a little more and like utilizing chat gpt. I don't know how many of you guys have been doing that, what Sarah's, that has changed my life with this business. Chat GPT is my friend. Every single night, every single morning, I am asking it to help me with my social media every day, period. And don't be ashamed to do that because you're still being yourself. And the one thing I love with Chat GPT is like, you can literally like get in there and say, hey, I want to do some reach outs with people within my audience. I say that because it's gotten to know my audience. I want to reach out to them. Give me a super simple, non marketing, non salesy message that I can send out to them. And then it'll break it down. Like it'll give me a wellness approach or a business approach or both. Guys, that's gold. That's gold. If you can get both of those into that reach out message, that's gold. So anyway, that can really help you if you get hung up on what should I be saying when I reach out. That's why I was sharing that. Talking with people and not at people is very important. Sharing your lifestyle, lessons, laughter, meaning this is what I do every day. I'm getting to this soon, but every day I'm always like talking about something about my children and I. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so we're always doing something. So I'm always talking about it. Did we go somewhere like the zoo today? You can go to my Facebook page, feel free and go look and see what I posted. I snuck in my gut glow into that post when I posted about me being there, you know, and sometimes you don't always have to break down what is this in your hand? What exactly, you don't have to do that. It kind of piques curiosity. That's something I'll talk about. Um, A big thing to pay attention to when you're posting or sharing on your story or whatever is like, what would you want to read? What would you want to watch? If you're not going to be interested in it, then don't post it. Because 9 times out of 10, somebody might scroll right on by that. But what would intrigue you, you know? Um, I'm going through a lot. Please stop me or ask questions or whatever if I'm too fast or you want to know anything. Um, so if we're going to talk about the business specifically, there's three types of business mentions that I was going to go over here. One is a soft mention, another is curiosity, and then direct invitation. I don't know if you guys are already doing this with your posts and stuff or stories, but this is an awesome thing that you can start doing every single day. So the soft mention is like what I just told you guys. I kind of put in there, or I made a post. I'm at the zoo. It's a tiring experience. I'm chasing after these kids. It's hot, but I threw in my gut glow, a picture of my gut glow in my hand, and I said, I love my non-negotiable I have every day that gives me this energy to keep up. Literally, that's all I said. So, um, that's like a soft mention, well, of the product, I guess. Sorry. And then I did another post directly after that before I got on here with you guys. You can go look at that one as well, which is a direct invitation. But this one is confident and clear. An example, I'm mentoring 3 women who want to build from home. Is that you? That's like an example, short and sweet. But please go look at my post if you want to get an idea. But it's really important. Like for me personally, I always throw in what this opportunity has done for me every time I'm doing one of those recruiting posts. Like I will on this one today, I threw in like shoot, I wish I would have screenshot it so I could share it with you. But Ashley Stockdall was my Facebook page. Just go find it and look at it. Um, and then there is the curiosity tease. So this one I'm guilty of not doing enough of, but I think it's very powerful. It's kind of like the engagement posts that you might make. I don't know if you guys do that just to kind of get your algorithm, boost your algorithm or whatever. This is a good way to get people curious without saying a whole lot. And an example here is like, what if your morning coffee could pay you back? What if your morning coffee paid you back? That's just like a simple, like, that's intriguing. Like, what do you mean? That's what I would say if I read that. So that's kind of, those are 3 different ways to mention the business. I know one of those was product mention. I'm so sorry. But those are 3 different ways that you can be talking about it because I know for me when I first started, I thought that there was like this one size fits all or one shoe fits. What is that phrase? One way for everything. I was just following one way for everything. And I didn't think that, stepping outside of the box was a thing. I just was, you know, but I think the more creative that you can be and the more you change it up every day, the more people are going to continue to look at your page and be invested. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked because my 1-year-old is screaming downstairs, so I can hear her. So it's throwing me off.
Girl, I told you already, don't worry about them babies. That's
My,
that's what
their,
makes it real with you. You just keep going. If you need to go, it's okay.
well, their daddy's down there with them, but I'm like, oh, I don't put earplugs in. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you though. She, I think she hurt herself. Um, okay. And then this next one is the fun factor formula. So real life is the best content. I know that there have been times when I mean, I think it's really important to be throwing out what is the benefit of this drink that you're drinking or what is the benefit of this capsule. I think that's very important for posts like that. But majority of mine, you'll notice if you go look, I am talking about a day in the life, like my real life of using these products and specifically the drinks, because it's very easy to make posts and include it into your day with these drinks, the gut glow, the clear protein, trim sticks, all of that. Um, but an example, using kids or dogs or a messy kitchen. I posted one of those the other day about how I had a very overstimulating day with my kids and my kitchen was a disaster. Don't you know about 5, 6 years ago, if this was me now, I never would have done that. I would have been embarrassed. I would have been like, I don't want people seeing this. But why not? Because this is actually going to let people know like this is the reality of it and you can do it if I can do it. So that's why I like sharing it. If you follow me or start following me, you'll see like literally my I posted a reel one time. My baby had poop up her back, like it was disgusting. But guess what? That got about 1,500 views. That was the most views a reel of mine had ever gotten because it's real. It's authentic. I was like mortified because it just smelled awful and it was just off. But it was funny. It was funny. So anyway, doing stuff like that, make it fun for yourself, and people relate to the real, the messy. I know you guys hear this all the time, but it's so impactful the more you do it and do it consistently. If Do you guys do reels? Anybody? Have you done reels? Yes. Okay. Well, if you haven't, stories even you can do this same thing. Start doing it more because you reach a broader audience that way. That's the trick of it all. I have started to commit to a reel a day, if not more, because the posts only go so far. The reels go out everywhere. So, but use trending audios. That's like a pro tip. Always find the trending audios and you can just search trending. Like if you're going to post a reel and you pick music, you can click trending and it will just pull up all the ones that are playing all the time that people are watching and listening to. And on your stories, I don't know if you can search trending. You might be able to. I can't remember, but you still can add, music to your videos and stuff. But smarter, not harder. Use the trending audio. It'll get more eyes onto your reels. It'll get more eyes onto your page. I've had like 5 new followers over this last week just from my reels and doing one a day. Um, okay. Let me catch my breath. That was a lot of information, I'm sure. Does it all make sense? Like, is this helpful at all? Okay. And I sent it over to Melissa. I'm sure she can send over this entire, I'm going through my notes. She can send it over and you can have it for yourself. Um, okay. Let's see. Work smarter systems, smarter, not harder. Okay. Yes. This is what I want to talk about. 3 types of content a day that I commit to. It's very simple to do it. It doesn't have to be a long drawn out post or whatever, or you could do whatever. But posting me as a human, meaning my real life, I do at least one post today. It was the zoo for me. And then encouragement, you as a mentor. If you're somebody that likes posting quotes, or if you like, um, you can even make a reel that's the motivating or encouraging, but like something like that would be good to do. And then you as a guide, it says you as a guide, but the business opportunity. If you're not talking about the business every day, you got to start doing it. That is something that shifted in my business when I started actually seeing things change, is when I started talking about the business somehow every day. If you find yourself not able to do posts on your page because it feels overwhelming or you don't have the time or whatever, at least do it on your story. Because again, your stories, more eyes see your stories than they do your feed. Way more eyes see your reels than they do your story and your feed. But you're still doing well posting on your story every day. So that's something I had committed to. And while we're talking about it, and what I had told one of Lori's teammates yesterday was Tayana Brown and she's my upline. When we hit our highest rank, we had done a 4 post social media challenge. Literally, that's all we did for the month of April, and we blew up. And if you guys want me to share that with you, I can. It's just 4 simple things you can do every day. This is social media only. I know Melissa has things you probably do, or you guys do your own reach outs. Still do that. But this is social media specific. Every month there's a promo. So you always want to do one post of the promo. Make sure that you're doing that. One before and after. I recommend doing somebody that you can tag, somebody that you know. That was a mistake I made in the beginning. I know that it's helpful when you're first starting. You don't know a lot of people. So great. I get it. Your first month. But after that, you should start to have your own customers. You should start to have, your teammates, or your, yeah, your business partners, customers and stuff. be able to tag them, because that way if somebody wants to know what they're using, you can do it and tell them in an instant, or find out. So promo post, before and after post, um and then, oh man, I just blanked. I did this with her yesterday too. Oh, a personal post, like I just said, because we don't want to just be spewing out Singular all day long, every day, because that gets pushed down and people don't care. Truth be told, like you know what I'm saying. You guys get it. Um, and then the fourth thing was, for us, we have a testimony page called My Ex Life. If you have a testimony page, add to it every day, and at least once a week, make a post in it. I don't know how your guys' algorithm works with yours, but for ours, we would add, but if we weren't posting, it was like our people weren't seeing it that we were adding into the page, if that makes sense. So those were the four things that we did. We did a promo post. It was for GLPX at the time. We did a promo post, a personal post, a before and after, and we added into our testimony page and posted once or twice a week. Anything else you can totally do more of, but okay, yeah, you add people and post every day. Yeah. Well, that's good. So that's perfect. So we did those four things, like I said, very simple. And honestly, it was really good for people that were working full time, long hours, working weekends, whatever, just felt like they didn't have a lot of time. This was something they could do in 5 minutes. So you guys can try that. And that can start to, if your social media is not really being seen, this can start to kind of like bring the eyes and boost your algorithm. Oh, I remember another one. I'm sorry. One other one was the engagement post that we were talking about. So like, literally can be anything. The whole generic one, do you like coffee or tea? I wouldn't recommend using that one, but that's what I'm talking about. A post like that to get people to have a conversation on your page, which again pushes your page up. Um, but keep it strategic. If I were you, and it's what I'm trying to do, is when I post those, I'm directing them towards mothers and postpartum mothers. That's just part of my niche. And so I asked ChatGPT to give me some engagement post ideas based on that. And boom, done. I have 3 or 4 and I can do one a day now. So hopefully that was helpful, but I really think if you felt stuck with social media, just start there, and just remember that you want to be authentic and tell your story. Throw the products into your story. Like if you're going on a walk, have a picture of your clear protein or gut glow in your hand, or for me it's a stroller, and just have it there. But talk about you going on a walk. Don't mention the gut glow. That's a way to spark curiosity. Just an example. So that was a lot, but those are the main things. And I just feel like it makes it fun. It makes it fun when you bring people to you instead of you fishing for people. But you have to remember, guys, when you do it like that, you have to be patient. Patient, patient. It is a timing thing. Doing it this way is, in my opinion, such a wonderful way to do it, but you're not going to get people like that, because what's the statistic of how many times someone has to see something before I don't even know the statistic, but it's a lot. What is it? 12? Okay, sorry, I was trying to read your lips. Yeah, so no, I got it. But seriously, so consistency and patience and understanding that as long as you are doing these things every single day, you're going to start seeing results. Don't give up on it. But have fun with it. That's how you don't burn out, is making sure that you're having fun always. And when you start to feel like you're about to burn out, then it's time to pivot and try something different. So that is what I have. I hope that was very helpful. Oh, one more thing, since we got the quiz, because I wasn't going to talk about this before because we didn't have the quiz. How many people loved the quiz? Like, have you been sending it out? I have been sending it out, and the responses are awesome. And I really love sending it to the people that ghosted me because some of them have actually filled it out. And it's like, okay, great. Now I have a segue in to talk to you again. Thanks. But seriously, with the quiz and social media, one really easy way to throw that in without having to do a long Facebook post, you can still totally do that. But in your stories, it's so simple. I just did it today. Again, you can go look at my stories if you want to, but I asked ChatGPT, can you give me a story series? Um, well, it was about the promo specifically. I don't think this was about the quiz, but this was about the promo. I'm just kind of showing you easy ways to do this. You could do the same thing with the quiz. I even wrote an example. Um, you can start with like talking about a picture, maybe a side by side of you or whatever you want to do in the background. And like, this is what such and such has done for me. I've experienced this. Go to the next slide. You can do 2 slides and you can just say, DM me quiz and I can send over the link to this quiz to help you find what's, whatever, what fits your goals. But it's a very easy way to just have the quiz. It's there. They can click it if they want to, whatever. It's again, this is if you feel like you don't have time to make the post or you get overwhelmed with the post, throw it into your stories. A lot of people prefer short, quick things to read most of the time anyway. So I wanted to make sure I talked about that. But for sure, every day I would suggest, or every other day, throwing that quiz out there on your socials too, because um, I think that's powerful also. But that's really all I have, Melissa. It was a lot of information. I was excited to share. That's why I talk so fast.
That was so good. I got so much out of it, and thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes, please. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything. I'm an open book.
saw Tammy put that in there. I am obsessed with that longevity bundle, and I see so many people getting results from it, which is what I like. So that's
What kind of things are you guys seeing for your people with
weight
it?
loss. Weight
Yeah.
loss,
Isn't that
and
wild?
yes,
How many
yeah,
days in
a
with it?
week within a week.
That's wild. Okay, I'm only asking. I have a girl, the reason she's using it is she's got a narcolepsy and her issue is with sleep and, all of that and not even weight
And
loss. So,
tell you, um, Rosie Brown is taking her NAD during the afternoon and is like getting like crazy like results from it. I mean, like
in the afternoon, wow.
yes,
Okay.
adding it to her protein. She,
Okay, not getting tired, right?
yeah, and it's not making her tired.
I'd
And
be so nervous. Okay, that's cool.
so
Okay, cool.
Taking it at night too.
I don't know. I think she's just taking it in the afternoon. I'll have to ask her. I just read that today, and I was going to call her this evening, so I'm going to find out. But I'll let everybody know for sure because that's crazy. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just amazing, like how our products are so multifaceted, and that they work so different for different people. We just got to find your jam. So, but
Well,
Ashley,
yeah.
thank you so much. It's so good so refreshing to hear a younger person's perspective.
Well, yeah, I was excited to share too. I mean, I didn't know who all was on your team, but surely social media is a challenge for a lot of people. But the way Zingler's going now, we have to get savvy with it. You have a question? Oh, yeah, we have to
Have
just
trouble with social media.
well, feel free. I mean, feel
Anymore.
free to pick my brain and reach out to me anytime you want, but it's a lot. It's not something you can learn in one day. There's different things you can do all the time. I would just suggest to you doing those 4 things first every day, those 5 things every single day, and get people to look at your socials more, more eyes on it. And also, guys, don't overthink. Don't compare to what you're seeing. Don't overthink. Literally, if you're just being you and on your socials, you're doing well and things will happen. So just don't overwhelm yourself and just keep it fun. That's all.
Well, thank you so much. And we love you so much and can't wait to see you in Puerto Vallarta. Uh, and all of you, go work that promo. It's not going to work itself. If you want it, go get it because it's yours for the taking. Okay. Love you guys. Have a good one. Hey, Nita, I didn't see you jump on. You guys have a good one. Thanks, Ashley.